I'm Dan Josephson. I am the Director of Energy Programs here at MAHUBE-OTWA Community Action Partnership. We cover Mahnomen, Hubbard, Becker, Otter Tail, and Wadena counties for our core services. We're a community action agency that is one of nearly 1,000 across the entire country of the United States. We've got programs like energy assistance, weatherization, Head Start, housing. We work with seniors. We are working with people that are the poorest of poor, the most vulnerable populations. And as we see some of the gamesmanship being played, those people are being left out, and it becomes more of a challenge and more of an emergency situation. LIHEAP in the state of Minnesota is known as energy assistance. And in order to qualify for energy assistance, a household has to be less than 50% of the state median income. And it is a sliding scale between how much money you make, how much fuel you burn, and the type of fuel, kind of. So it's kind of a formula that goes in, and based upon those factors, you can get a primary heat grant of anywhere from $200 to $1,400 a year. And that is a direct payment to the utility or the delivered fuel company. We pay the utility company or fuel vendor through the state energy assistance management system, and then we notify the individuals.
How are you feeling about the uncertainty right now?
The president's skinny budget came out just, I think it was on Friday afternoon, and that zeroes out LIHEAP as a whole program. Pretty much every president has zeroed out the LIHEAP budget. Just kind of a gamesmanship, a brinksmanship situation, because Congress sees the value in LIHEAP, and in the past 40 years up until now, because we don't know what's going on, Congress has stepped in and said, no, this is something that's very important for my people in my district. And Congress has always stepped in to help out the people in their districts. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now as Congress just coming forward and saying, no, this is a program that's important. We always look at staying the course. We look at the process will follow through. And also we have the history of spending money correctly, spending money wisely, and knowing where every penny that comes down to us, where every penny goes to. And that's kind of what gives us a little bit of confidence going forward, is that we are a trusted source, both here at MAHUBE-OTWA, but also the other agencies across the state and across the country, that we are known for what we do, and we do it well. I think this year is particularly important for people to get out and contact their senators and their Congress people. That way, those Congress people know what's actually happening. And I can't advocate necessarily, but an individual that saw their heating bills rise and their amount of primary heat grant decrease or not go nearly as far because of fuel costs being more expensive. It's more personable if individuals reach out to a congressman or a congressperson to have those conversations and let them know that, hey, we need this on our bill, and we need this in our backyard.
Is there anything that you wish state or federal policymakers were really paying attention to right now, or just generally understood about like rural energy?
The people out in the rural areas and rural districts that we see across Minnesota and the state, we've got a diversity of types of heating fuels that people use, whether it's some people use electricity, but there's also a lot of propane, there's a lot of fuel oil, there's a lot of even wood and biofuels. So it's not just a person hooked up to natural gas, which is a fairly inexpensive, and it's not very volatile when it comes to pricing, to things that are very volatile, depending on whether you're going to one vendor or another, or if you've got propane or fuel oil. And fuel oil right now is pretty volatile, and it's also pretty expensive. Metro area, Minneapolis, St. Paul might have 2 or 3 utility companies they deal with. We're somewhere about 77 utility companies, whether it's a major investor-owned utility down to a person who cuts firewood and delivers out of the back of their truck. So the impacts that LIHEAP has is greater than just going to a massive corporation. It goes to a firewood vendor who's got a chainsaw and a truck, and they see a benefit of LIHEAP as well.